So, you got you an old truck? Heck yeah, dude. Welcome to the club. So, first off, this video is not Chevy specific. This is going to apply to your dentsides and your Broncos and your Ramchargers and your D100s, all of that. Pretty much, if the year of your truck starts with a 19, this video is for you. I'm Rob. This is Venturi Fab. That's Merle. And this is the first 5 upgrades that I would make to your old truck. Let's get into it. Number 1, dude, your truck's as old as you are. Give it a tune down. New plugs, new wires, do your fluids, do your belts, make sure your hoses are cool. If you've got a distributor, coil points inside it, or if it's newer, cap and rotor, get it running right, because I don't care how big your tires are, I don't care how loud your exhaust is, it is not nearly as fun sitting on the side of the road waiting for a tow truck or trying to fix your truck as it is driving your truck. So take care of that first, or nothing else matters. Number 2, lighting. Most of these trucks came from the factory with lights that are basically the equivalent of a candle in a cardboard tube. It's been 40 years or longer. We have much better lighting technology now. And I don't know about you, I like being able to see at night, and the better I can see, the happier I am. So, what I recommend doing is, most of these trucks have a very standard headlight lens size, right? You're like a 4x6 or a 5x7. The only kind of odd man out is these 89 to 91 Chevys with whatever weird metric size they have. But you can get these for these too. You can get glass aftermarket lenses that take modern bulbs in them. So there's a lot of cheap ones, and those housings and everything are plastic. Don't get those. Those are junk. Make sure you get glass lenses. For these trucks, LMC is the only place I found that makes it for this little weird double size, because it's a weird metric size. Everyone else, you can find them anywhere. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them on eBay. I will link to some in the description, along with everything else that we go over in here, so that it's real easy for you guys to find some of these upgrades. But get you some glass housings that take modern light bulbs, and then make your choice from there. Personally, I'm a fan of putting LED lights in there because, as I've said, I like having a lot of light. Or you can do, just upgraded modern lights, like some nice Sylvanias or aux beams or whatever light you want to use. They convert them to standard modern lights, right? Like a 9005 or a 9006. The sky's the limit, and you'll be able to see at night. Numero tres. Get you a new steering wheel, or clean up the one that you got. I fought this one for a long time myself, because steering wheels can be a little bit of an investment. But once I did it, it's in my top 5 of every old truck that I get now, because it makes that much of a difference. So, like I said, in my Blazer here, got a quick release and a PRP. And then this is from my old C20. Waiting for a new home, hopefully in a crew cab and a 12 valve here in the foreseeable future. We'll see. But a nice wood grain one. So if you got more of a classic truck, dude, a nice big wood grain steering wheel is so much nicer than that sticky plastic one. Or for this, which is more of a rock crawler, right? A little bit smaller, because I've got all the power steering and boosts and all that junk. So I don't need all that leverage. And it's nice having a smaller wheel. This one's Alcantara. So you get a nice good grip on it. But a nice steering wheel makes just such a night and day difference in your everyday driving experience, because you're touching it the entire time. So when it's that nasty sticky one, I've tried cleaning them in the various ways that I've seen. I personally have never had a ton of success with that. I've gotten them clean, and then they get sticky again. Or you can do the old man leather wrap, which I guess is appropriate now that I'm an old man, but I still prefer wood grain for something cool and classic, or something like this PRP in a crawler or something like this. But I guarantee you, you won't regret it. Additionally, excuse my unassembled interior. I'm going to go start welding out my roll cage here this weekend, and I got to pull all this stuff apart. So if you're into that sort of thing, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Got a ton of content with this truck and a bunch of roll cage welding coming up here in the next couple weeks. Number 4. I can't really show you this one on my truck because, as you just saw, my dash is disassembled to be ready for some welding here. But upgrade your stereo. Most of these, I mean, you might be lucky and yours is working great, and if that's the case, awesome. Most of the time, you probably get 1.5 radio stations and your speakers are blown out. So get a new head unit, get some new speakers so that it sounds good, because I don't know about you, but when I'm cruising my old trucks, dude, I'm like a windows down, tunes up, wife by my side kind of guy, and I can't do that with blown speakers that get half a radio station 2 towns away, right? It just kills that whole experience. So what I do say though is, don't cut your dash for a modern stereo. Please do not cut your dash for a modern stereo if you've got the little old school center section style with the knobs. They make fantastic stereos that fill that hole perfectly. Like Retro Sound is the main one that I know of, and I've used them in the past on the aforementioned C20 that I showed you my wheel from. They work great. You get all your Bluetooth connectivity. You can stream audio from your phone, Spotify, whatever. And they look the part. They fit the old spaces in there. You don't have to hack your dash up. So an option like that, it's a little bit more than like a generic single DIN radio, but not very much. And it preserves like the integrity and the attitude and what makes old trucks special, right? Is the old truck part, right? It's classic for a reason. Also, speaker wise, don't cut holes in your doors if they aren't already there. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I don't think you should. They make all kinds for just about every truck I've ever seen, where you can get an inexpensive little piece. It'll bolt into your cab corner and you can put some 6x9s back there. You can upgrade your dash speakers. They got the kick panels with like 6.5s and stuff. There are so many options to go, and it's not that expensive for a massive return on enjoyment. Get a modern radio in there, get good speakers in there, crank up the tunes, and enjoy it. All right, don't leave yet. We got a bonus one after this, but number 5, door channels, weather stripping, your window seals, all of those things. They're gonna make your doors not creaky and squeaky when you're driving. They're gonna make your windows not leak rain into your doors when it rains. They're the things that make your truck feel like a new truck, because that's how it was when it was new. You had good seals. So you're gonna get rid of like your wind noise, your door creaks and your squeaks. Your door's gonna shut tight. The other good one to go along with those is, if your doors are loosey-goosey, strikers, or like the bushings in your hinges. Just those little things that they're gonna tighten it back up to how it was when it was new, right? And then it'll feel like a new truck. And here's number, I don't have more than 5 fingers on one hand. Here's number 6. And this is just for the removable top guys, right? Your Ramchargers, your Broncos, your Blazers. Soft topper, buddy. This is where it is at. There's a reason you never find them used. I know they're a little bit of an investment, but like, check this out, dude. Right? You're driving. These hard tops are a pain to take on and off, and they're heavy. Get up there. Dude, you open this thing up and you get all the free air space of having your hard top off, but you still get a little bit of sun protection for the people in the back so they're not baking. It's so nice, dude. It's another one of those things. I fought doing it for a long time because they are kind of expensive, but I'm so happy that I did it once I did. Like, I'm never going back to a hardtop. I still have mine if I had to for a reason, right? Like if it's super duper cold in the snow, these come off really easy. You can put your hardtop back on, blah, blah, blah. But for all intents and purposes, I'm never going to use my hardtop again. Well, there you have it. The first 5 or 6 things that I do whenever I get an old truck. And realistically, even if you don't have a lot of experience working on trucks like these, you can probably get most of this done in a weekend or 2. So, if you want to learn more about Merle here, click right there. If you want to see some other cool fabrication projects like a full stainless exhaust or a roll cage, click right there. And remember, if you don't get started making everyone else in traffic wish they were driving a cool old truck, you'll never get finished.